China has issued a sharp response to the United States. It has told the Americans to stop arming Taiwan immediately. Beijing added that no one should underestimate its capability to defend its territory. The review coming after the Trump administration approved the potential sale of 8 arms packages worth $11 billion to Taiwan. The packages include HIMARS rocket systems, howitzers, anti-tank missiles, drones, and parts for other equipment. This is the second batch of such sales since Trump returned to office. Taiwan's defense ministry, in fact, says the sale is expected to officially take effect in about 1 month. The sale needs the U.S. Congress approval during a mandatory review period. Taiwanese president has vowed to ramp up defense spending as China maintains military pressure around the island. 5 of the 8 arms packages deal with new weapon systems. These include the sale of high-mobility artillery rocket systems, related equipment, self-propelled howitzers, and related equipment. Now, both these packages will cost over $4 billion. The U.S. will also sell drone systems, anti-tank missiles, optically tracked, wire-guided missile systems. The State Department has also approved the sale of tactical mission network software, equipment, services to Taiwan. The package is also including the sale of helicopter spare and repair parts and related equipment, as well as Harpoon missile repair follow-on support. The United States does not recognize Taiwan as a country, but is the self-ruled island's biggest security backup. Its arms supplies are a key deterrent against a potential attack from China, which claims Taiwan as part of its territory and has threatened to use force to bring it under its control. As conflicts rage across the world, has fake news become a potent tool to destabilize countries? Even a sitting president has not been spared. The French president has become the latest victim of this menace, which is increasingly making its presence felt. Emmanuel Macron was startled when his counterpart from an African country reportedly asked him about a coup attempt in France. He based his input on a French-language AI-generated video reportedly posted on Facebook. It garnered 13 million views by then. The French president told a newspaper that Meta was asked to remove the video as it was causing chaos. Meta's reply: it reportedly rejected the demand, claiming that the video did not violate its terms of use. And then Macron took an indirect swipe at US tech giants and demanded a stricter regulation of social media platforms. He accused them of mocking the sovereignty of France and lamented that even he does not have leverage over them. What exactly was this fake video all about? Who put it out? It showed an unidentified individual reporting purportedly that the French president had been overthrown in a coup. The reporter, the so-called reporter in that video, was seen holding a mic of a non-existent news channel. The video posted by a user has now been taken down. It's worth recalling here that Facebook rolled back its fact-checking program in January this year itself, citing reportedly that its rules censored trivial content. Now, this is not the first time another AI-generated video surfaced online. Just a few days earlier, it falsely showed a reporter from a media outlet reportedly relaying fake news about a coup in France. It was uploaded by the same user reportedly and got 3 million views before being removed. The French president and his wife have faced online harassment in the past, of course, when conspiracy theories suggested that she was born male, for example. In November this year, Macron announced that a new legislation to block digital disinformation is on the cards. The proposed bill is likely to provide swift justice to victims of fake news, as a judge might have to pass a ruling within 48 hours and order the perpetrators to remove the offending posts. This was seen as a concerted push against Russia's alleged disinformation efforts, which the French officials claim have intensified over the last 2 years. And control over social media platforms has become contentious. A number of questions out there, with the EU increasingly acting against US tech giants. In April, for example, Meta was slapped with a fine of £200 million over its new data collection policy. In fact, after the European Commission recently fined social media platform X, reportedly, for breaching transparency obligations, the US has cried foul and threatened countermeasures on European service providers. And as the EU and the US continue to engage in this squabble, who will blink first? Is there a feasible solution to curb this menace? On to China now. It is sending out a rather chilling message on its war on corruption. In a sweeping crackdown, Beijing is combining executions, life sentences, and now public tip-offs to hunt down graft at the highest levels of power. In fact, China has reportedly executed a former senior banker for taking massive bribes. The banker once headed a state-owned offshore investment firm. Prosecutors say he abused his position between 2014 and 2018 and accepted bribes worth 1.1 billion yuan. That's around 116 million pounds. The court declared the crime extremely serious, citing severe damage to state interests and public trust. In fact, this execution comes as another powerful figure narrowly escapes the same fate. A Chinese court reportedly sentenced former senior Communist Party member Gu Zhongwen to death with a 2-year reprieve. The court stripped Gu of his political rights for life, confiscated all personal property, ordered more than 236 million yuan in illegal gains handed over to the state. The judges found he abused multiple high-ranking posts over 15 years, including roles as Beijing's vice mayor and China's sports chief, accusing him of trading influence for cash and valuables. The court has said the crimes warranted death, but granted leniency due to his cooperation and confession. And this crackdown, by the way, has taken a new turn as well. In a rather unprecedented move, China's military has publicly asked the citizens to report corruption inside its own Air Force procurement system. The appeal appeared on the PLA's official procurement website, urging tip-offs on contract bidding, evaluations, execution of deals. This marks the first time the PLA has singled out one military branch for public scrutiny in such a way. And the focus stays firmly on the Air Force as Beijing intensifies its military anti-graft drive. The move also fitting into Beijing's wider anti-corruption drive within the military. China's corruption crackdown has already claimed dozens of senior officers across commands and services this year. In October, the Communist Party expelled 9 top generals in one of the most dramatic military purges in decades, accusing them of serious financial crimes. So with all of this happening, what exactly is China signaling? What is the message that goes out? Zero tolerance? Or is it damage control? Regardless, one thing remains clear. In Xi Jinping's China, corruption carries the ultimate risk, the risk of losing one's life. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.